Sup people, Multiplier here, and today I thought I'd run you through my studio setup because every time I post a picture on Facebook someone asks me what monitors are they, or why you got so many cables, or what are those things on your desk and why you got so many cables. So yeah, thought I'd kind of run you through how I do things, and yeah, cool. So let's get straight into it. First of all, the heart of everything is the Macbook Pro with Retina Display, which is the most awesome thing ever. It's got like bare loads of power, 16 gigs of RAM, like, I don't know, it's just got everything, solid state hard drive, just, yeah, literally, don't even need a desktop anymore. These things will do everything, and literally, because I've got 64-bit version of Live as well now, I can have 80 odd tracks, each with like ozone, alloy, VSTs, like whatever I want. I don't have to bounce any of it out to audio, I can leave it all running in MIDI. Yeah, any whatever plugins I want, and my computer just doesn't crash. Like CPU never gets overloaded, never run out of memory. It's just unbelievable. So yeah, definitely recommend, if your computer can handle it and you got more than 4 gigs of RAM, upgrade to 64-bit version of your DAW. Makes the world of difference, completely changes your workflow. So highly recommend these things that can do that. Yeah, and it's a Mac as well, which everyone knows is the best. That's why everyone uses them in music and that. So got the Mac that kind of does everything. I got audio interface, doing all the audio just because built-in sound card's not really flexible enough for what I need to do. So I got one of these Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, I think it's called. It's like the best entry-level one you can get. Super awesome. Does the job. Don't need it to do too much fancy stuff, or don't need millions of imports and inputs and outputs. So I got, going into it, a Behringer B1 microphone, which is like the cheapest proper like condenser mic or whatever it's called. Don't know anything about mics, but it does the job and it's nice. Sounds alright, especially with a bit of processing. Got that XLR going into Tube Ultra Gain Mic 100 Behringer mic preamp. Don't know much about preamps other than this kind of did what I want it to do. It's got that plus 48 volts thing, which supplies phantom power to the mic, so the mic actually makes noise coming down the tube. And then yeah, don't know if it's any good or not, this one, but it does the job. Only like 40 quid or something. Yes, got that going into the input of the Focusrite interface. Although I'm sure there's someone out there going, oh, Focusrite's already got like preamps built into the inputs. Well, I think they do, but don't really know how they work. So when I bought that first, I thought, I can't figure out how this works. So if I just plug it in anyway, it'd be alright. I don't really know what a line or the instrument does. I think it's something to do with like how hot the signal is going into it, but it's working, so I thought I'll just leave it as it is. Like, I know I have to press that and like go to make it actually work. So don't know what it's doing, but it makes noise come out the tube when I do that, so that's all good, right? Yeah, coming out of it, I got balanced TRS to XLR going into Tannoy Reveal 601As. Awesome monitors, much better than the Rocket 5s I had. These things like actually go most of the way down the sub bass range. Obviously they're not that powerful sub bass, but you do your mix sub bass by eye anyway, and without a 40 grand room you're not going to be mixing bass properly anyway. On monitors, you just not, like headphones, just much better for doing that detailed stuff, unless you've got bare loads of money. Yeah, also got them on the Sin 7 audio monitor pads to decouple them from the desk so it doesn't like shake the house apart, and just separates them from the desk. Just do it, like it makes it stops like the speakers shaking with the desk, and then stuff doesn't quite sound right. So yeah, I mean they're only like 20 quid or whatever. Just, you can stick any kind of foam underneath it, just decouple them from whatever you got them on. Stands work just as well, but I've got them on the desk, so pads will do. Yeah, it's USB powered. It'd be nice if it was powered, then I could like you don't have to worry about the power coming off as I unplug the USB, but it's only cheap. Do the job. 100 quid or something. Nice audio interface. What else I got? Oh yeah, this cable. That's the other output going out the headphone one into headphone preamp, because I have the DT770 Pros 250 ohm model. These are like pretty much the standard like production headphones, like just how I like the HD25s. These things are like the standards for DJs. Those DT770 Pros are like the standard for producing, so can't really go wrong with them. 250 ohm model, which means it's the impedance. So if you don't know about impedance, higher that number, the more it cuts out like background hiss and stuff. Doesn't really make that much of a difference, but it's nice just to kind of cut out a bit of it. Downside is you need more power to run them, so I got like the middle of the range ones. I think the 80 ohms don't need a preamp, and the 600 ohms need maybe a bigger preamp. But you can do a bit of preamping with that anyway, so like preamp a bit and then preamp a bit more, whatever you want to do. It's all good in the hood, as they say. Yeah, what else got going on? Got another monitor, which was nice. Pretty cheap monitors nowadays. If you've not got a big external monitor, then being a bit stupid really. It's nice just to have it there for whatever you want to use it for. I have it for Facebook when I'm producing because, well, I know a lot of producers like to be really focused, but I'm like, oh, I can't concentrate. I need Facebook on in the background, so it's just how I do things. I've got a bit of basic room treatment, like I've done. Got some like first reflections stuff there, and like on the sides as well. But it's, yeah, basic first reflections sorted, and I got a bass trap in the corner just to give the bass feel somewhat of a dampening, but it doesn't do that much, to be honest. Can't mix bass in here. The bass just sounds different if I move my head just slightly to the side. So whatever. If I'm setting the bass, I'll do it roughly when I'm producing with monitors, just by moving around the room a bit, and then I'd kind of set the bass level properly. Combination of headphones that I know, like the DT770 Pros and the HD25s, and also I mix our bass by eye anyway. So yeah, what else? Yeah, I've positioned all my speakers and shit symmetrically in the room. So I've done the standard like first thing you should do when you like get your room set up. So before you even do like wall treatment and stuff, get your speakers out of the corner, get everything set up symmetrically, get your head like in that right sweet or nearest to the sweet spot in the room. Don't have your head like at 25% or 50%. That's just dumb. It's like it's not going to be a good idea at all. You're going to be in the peak or a trough with like a standing wave. So yeah, do some basic stuff, get it roughly symmetrical so at least the stereo image has a somewhat realistic chance of being kind of accurate. But fundamentally, unless you spend lots and lots of money, your room is never going to be as good for mixing details in as headphones, even cheap headphones. Like those DT770 Pros, well, I don't know, 100 and something pounds. Much more detail than my room, even though I've spent a lot more money on these monitors and a bit of room treatment. And even though I spent quite a bit more on monitors and quite a bit more on room treatment, I still wouldn't come close to the detail that you can get in headphones. However, it's not as nice to produce on headphones, and you need to actually hear the stereo image, because the stereo image is a lot different through monitors than it is through headphones, so it's useful to produce actually on monitors, and it's just a lot nicer. So, yeah. Cool, right? I think that's it. There's a lot of wires, but they all kind of do. The reason I have a lot of wires is because I leave everything plugged in, basically. I don't like if I have a quick idea, I just want to quickly play something for like 10 minutes, have a quick little produce. Like, I don't want to spend half an hour plugging stuff in and setting levels and like turning stuff on, and it's just a nightmare. So leave it all plugged in, and then, yeah, whenever you want to quickly play at something, you can just play. Like, I could start recording the mic into Ableton in about 40 seconds just by going brr, boom, and then like going bang, bang, and then go into Ableton Live, turn it on, sorted. And then my mic's going to get recorded. Nice and simple. Also, super important part of any production room is posters. They're quite important to production. Now I've got one up here that says like frequencies and shit, so I look like a pro if someone comes around, but I never read them. Like, for start, I don't even use all those instruments. I use like synthetic shit and samples and all that kind of stuff, so I just look at that. Sorted. Right, so that's my setup. I've been multiplier. Yeah, feel free to ask me any questions in the comments or whatever. Oh wait, I've forgotten something. Keyboard. I completely forgot. So yeah, I also got this keyboard, which I sometimes plug in if I want to play stuff. So I want to go ding 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 ding. I can't actually play the keyboard, but what I can do is I can like keep pressing buttons randomly till it sounds cool, and then I can do like the rhythmic stuff. So, because there's a little bit of latency if you use the keyboard to like bash out like bash out like a lead line or a melody or whatever, or even a drum pattern that's like unquantized. It's a lot more accurate with these keys, and you get a bit of velocity information as well if you want. Got a mod wheel as well, so you can be like rah, 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 which I've used in a few tracks and recorded it in. But yeah, it's nice to have a keyboard, nice 88 key keyboard. It's useful. It means I don't have to like go up and down the octaves. If I say load up a preset, instead of like trying a few octave, trying a few, just trying to find the sweet spot of the preset, I just go like okay, that's the cool bit, I'll press that one. That's how you do it. Yeah, pretty much. And then I got a bunch of other random old stuff lying around, because I used to have more gear but broke it or don't need it, or it's a distraction. So sweet. Yeah, been multiplier. Hit me up with questions and comments, although the YouTube comments are a nightmare to respond to, just because unless I'm missing something, there's no good way to respond to lots of comments in any kind of efficient way. So if it's important, Facebook me, but hit me up a comment on YouTube, and I will try to respond. I'll try my best, but might not happen just because it's fucking difficult. Seriously, they just don't make it easy, and then the comments don't appear in the right order, and then you have to like go through 4 clicks from like an email notification with a comment to kind of actually respond to it. Or then if you go through like if it sends you a message on the YouTube inbox, you click the link to respond to the comment, and it doesn't show you where the comment is. So when you got like 6 pages of comments, which some of my videos have a lot more than that, it's trying to find it because they move it all about. They're not even in order. It's ridiculous. So whatever. Yeah, been multiplier. Bye. To my studio and shit.